So I received a voicemail recently about an interesting subject, and since then received about 2 or 3 emails asking about the same thing. It has to do with the wacky, crazy pricing of new RVs. And if you priced new RVs recently, you know that the pricing is all over the place and it's all pretty dang high. We're going to play the phone call, and then I'm going to give you my take on that subject.
Hi, my name is Angela, and I had a question. I will be a new RV owner, hopefully later this year, if I can ever get an RV. And I'm currently watching the Florida Tampa RV show and noticed that many of the dealerships have a very high MSRP compared to what the manufacturers post on their website. And wanted to kind of know your take on that. It looks like they're doing the high MSRP and then they're giving a discount, saying that the discount is the show price, but the discount is off of the high MSRP versus the manufacturer's MSRP, which is lower. And I didn't know if this was because they're trying to say you won't be able to get an RV for, a year or two, so they're putting in the cost of inflation, or what the heck is going on. But just wanted to know what your opinion was. I'm kind of concerned about buying an RV at such an inflated price as they have been for the last year and a half, and just want to know your opinion. Love your show. Thanks so much.
So, Angela, thank you so much for your voicemail message. I'm going to do my very best to answer it. I'm probably going to do a little bit of rambling as usual, but let me tell you, we are in weird times. That is a really good question you've got, and pricing is all over the place. Going back to really weird times, the prices of everything have gone up. They say inflation is what, 7%? I don't believe it. I think it's a whole lot more. In RVs, it's a whole lot more than 7%. Typically, in the past, you have been able to buy an RV for about 25 to 27% off the sticker price, the MSRP. But these are not typical times, and prices are different at the factory than they are at the dealer. It used to be you could buy an RV, go to a dealer, buy an RV. It may take 3 months, 4 months to get the RV, but they would guarantee you the price, right? You could go to a car dealer and get a new pickup truck and order it. That is the price. Not anymore. With the shortages and the challenges that we are facing in this pandemic as we try and get back to normal, there's nobody that can guarantee that price. And so my suggestion is to look at the situation from the dealer's perspective and the manufacturer's perspective. I know what your perspective is. You want the cheapest price you can get for the best RV. That is natural, but we got to look at it from their perspective. Fiberglass and foam, insulation, electrical components, all kinds of things all it takes is one little, hitch in the giddy up and you've got another delay in getting your RV to you and another increase in cost. So understand that the manufacturers are not trying to gouge you. They're not. If they're trying to gouge you, are you trying to gouge them by holding their feet to the fire? I don't call that gouging. You're just trying to get an honest answer. My suggestion, when you go to these shows, when you see an MSRP, ask the manufacturer, not the dealer. Ask the manufacturer, why is the MSRP here at this price, but the dealer's selling at this price? Why is that? Can you explain? I'm not a very smart person. Explain it to me. I say that all the time. Not a very smart person because it's the truth. Explain it to me. After the manufacturer gives you an explanation and it doesn't smell like BS, then go to the dealer and say, why is it this price? The other thing is, I think you said that you have all year to buy this RV. Good. I think that as 2022 unfolds, that things are going to stabilize a lot for us. The market is not going to be as crazy. So I would say take your time. When springtime comes and you go, man, everybody's going RV and I want to buy that RV. Don't do it. Take your time. Do you have a tow vehicle? you might want to buy an RV that your tow vehicle can safely tow. A lot of people buy way too much RV for their tow vehicle. If you don't know what your tow vehicle can safely tow, suggestion besides looking at a little yellow sticker inside your door, you can go to the campgrounds. It's a lot of fun to do. Go to a campground on the weekend, drive around, and find your truck, your Tahoe, your Suburban, your F-150, whatever it is. Find your vehicle and see what they're towing. RVers are friendly. They'll tell you what, if the thing's sitting like this, you don't want that. That's dangerous. So get a vehicle, get a trailer that you can tow with your existing vehicle. If you have to buy a new vehicle and you're buying a new RV, I say don't do it. Not a good time. Let's wait till the market settles out. I don't think that the price of new trucks and cars is going to come down much. I don't. I'm hopeful that the price of RVs won't continue to rise, but as I said, time will tell, and I think that the used market is something that you might want to consider looking into. Again, tow vehicles are really important. They can be super expensive. You will get a severe case of sticker shock when you go and check out the price of new vehicles. I'll promise you that. So go slow, be skeptical, ask lots of questions. Watch these YouTube videos. Be aware that these YouTube videos are, most of them are nice and happy. They're either one way or they're, all this bad stuff happened to me. They're very little middle of the road. You're looking for middle of the road. Owning an RV is a big deal. It costs a lot of money, takes a lot of time, but it can be a very rewarding experience, and it is for millions and millions of people. The other thing is, if you look at RVs, you're going to buy one. In the last, pandemic hit. When did it hit us? March, really, of 2020? I mean, maybe before that. But around March of 2020, everybody got hit with the shortages, right? Everybody was just blindsided by this damn pandemic. And so for the next 12 to 15 months after that, I would be very careful about buying an RV from anybody, from any manufacturer, without thoroughly checking it out. Because lots of those manufacturers, not saying all of them, lots of them said, oh my God, we don't have any of these. And what are we going to do? We can't get any of that. And they cut corners. They took shortcuts. And they're going to manifest themselves in the next year or two. And so you may think you're buying a great RV that's only a year or two old. And you may find out why it was such a deal when you bought it, because it was built during the pandemic when all the shortages were really hitting them hard. I think most of those problems have worked themselves out. They're getting better every single week, but who knows what 2022 is going to bring us. Not all manufacturers were caught in that, cutting corners, but a lot of them did. I'd like to know what you think. As always, we all want to be heard. Post your comments down below. And if you'd like to leave me a voicemail message, call up the number down below and let it rip. You got 3 minutes to leave a voicemail. I may actually answer it on the show like I'm doing on this one. Until next time, I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Thanks so much for watching.